Okay, well, here we are invoking Photoshop, and we will um, edit our image and show how to replace a sky in Photoshop. First, I'm going to drag in um, an image from my download file um, of a landscape on which we're going to change the sky. So we'll bring that up to full screen or fit screen, and at this juncture I will create a new layer for the sky. So File, New, and we're going to change it to inches because I'm an old guy who only understands inches. So we're going to make it 16 inches long, and we're going to make it the same resolution as the target layer, which is already preset to 100 pixels per inch. Okay, and make sure that we have a transparent layer. This has to be transparent. Okay. Whoa, I made a mistake. Alright, let's change the canvas size then. Image, canvas size, and we'll change it to 6 inches. 6 inches. Okay. Alright, there we are. That's what I wanted. Okay, and since we have two images active, I will view them both simultaneously by clicking on the 2 up icon, and there we go. Now what I need to do is get the photo layer on top of the clear layer, and while we're on the clear, whoops, I'll fit that to screen. There we are. Then we will move this image to the other layer, and there we go. Okay, now I've got that far, I can get rid of this image and give myself a little more real estate. Now I'm going to press on the shift key to keep my move vertical, and I'm going to drag it down, and this space here will give me the option of expanding the sky should I wish to do so. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is bring in my sky. I have it pre-selected. It's on the other screen. I'm going to just drag it in here, and I'm going to park it right there, and it becomes part of the queue. Alright, so we can see it's 24 inches long. We don't want 24 inches, we want 16. So we'll just change that. Make it 16 inches. And we'll take it down the same resolution so there's no conflict. Okay, that, and there we are. Then we'll fit to screen, and we'll bring up both images. Okay, so there we are. Now at this juncture, I'll make this the active one, and we'll make it full screen. Okay, you can see I'm a little off on that one, so let's bring it back down here so I can see my controls. I'm going to select the move tool, go back, drag it all the way out there, and just nudge that over. Okay, so there we are, perfectly in line. Now I'm going to take the sky out, and I'm going to do that simply by using the magic wand, and we'll hit delete. We could go and do it this way, or we could deselect, select our eraser tool. Left bracket key will enlarge it. Sorry, that was the right bracket key will enlarge it, and the left bracket key will size it down. So I want to size up, so it's right bracket key, and I just take out what's happening. What is happening? It's not affecting my magic wand was the tool. We changed from magic wand to eraser tool. Now let's see if that's, yeah, there's the problem. We were set at 15% opacity and I want 100%. Okay, so when you get into little quirks like that, just check what the setting of that particular tool is. And in this case, we were preset at 15%, which wasn't really enough to do what I wanted to do. And okay, so we've taken out all those artifacts, and now we're going to go back to our move tool, and we're going to drag our mountain. We're going to drag it onto our sky. There we are. Now we can see that we have a few artifacts here, so we can clean that up a little bit. I'm going to get a softer eraser brush. We're on a hard brush here. I'll go on a soft brush, and I'll take out the edges of this. I'm going to take that down a little bit, left bracket key, and we can soften that. Take all these little artifacts off. We can come down in here and clean up a little bit. Okay, we're almost there on that. So let's get in a little tighter here, and space bar gives you the hand. You can drag, get to where you want to be, and we'll go back to the eraser tool. Let's take that down a bit. That's the left bracket key, and we can start cleaning up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the opacity. I'm going to take it down to about 20%, and I'm going to start cleaning this up a little closer to the skyline. Don't be afraid to move in tight. Now we're getting into single pixel resolution, because this is a low res file for the purposes of this tutorial. Normally I would have this sized to print at full size and at 300 dpi, so we'll take off a little more as we get down in size. We have a little more control. The feathering on the feathering on the brush will not be as noticeable. Strange that it takes it off one part more easily than it does the other. That little bit on the right hand side just doesn't seem to want to come off. I wonder what causes that. Some weird thing in the algorithms, who knows. But anyway, that's starting to work, and we'll just keep going, taking this down so that it looks realistic. Sorry for the pixelation here. As I said, it is a very low resolution file for the purposes of speed. And I'm going to have to cut this off at at about 15 minutes. In fact, I'll cut it off at 13 minutes, and we'll do this tutorial in 2 parts. But anyway, because YouTube doesn't like anything more than 15 minutes, or 16 minutes, I forget exactly which. So here we are. We keep going here, getting this cleaned up, and this will probably be a good point on which to break off and go to the second version of the tutorial once we get this complete. Wow, still got a ways to go here. Won't take much more. Should be close now. Yeah, there we are. We're at the end. Important that you have that feathered edge on the brush, otherwise you're going to get very hard-edged artifacts that will definitely show up where you don't want them to be. Amazing how often you can go over it and still be taking off layers of color. I'm going to leave it there. It could be better, but I'm under a time constraint here, and I'll discuss the attitude towards quality in the second portion of this video. Okay, so we're coming to the end of this segment. The first whoa, we have more to go here. I'm gonna check out, and I'm gonna clean that up, and the rest of it, and we'll come back on segment 2. So I'll say adios for now, and we'll be back shortly.